Revolting Cocks joining me here in the studio. For the first time in 2 years, we decided.
That's right.
1991. Which was the last time you were touring Europe, you and the guys. And you're now back with a brand new album.
Yeah.
And a brand new single.
A brand new single.
A tongue-twisting album title, which I'll allow you to say, because I won't.
Okay. Linger, Thick and Good and Other Barnyard Oddities is the full title of the album.
Complete, which I'd never get my mouth around on this particular occasion. For yourselves, I want to throw a quote at you. I was reading from Al saying that he described Ministry as the Monday to Friday project and band, and Revco is the weekend group. That's
right. It's the weekend cottage away from the city.
Is that how you all see it? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ministry is a very strenuous, hard job, and then, you know, we did the last Ministry album, went on tour, played the songs, and then we didn't get tired of each other's company, so we just booked some studio time and did a Revolting Cocks album, which is, you know, for us, fun. We can relax and just play with the music.
In what way do you say, is it more fun though? I mean, obviously Ministry must be fun in some respects, otherwise you wouldn't do that either.
Yeah, it's fun in more respects because we don't have anything to live up to. When we're the Revolting Cocks, we can do anything we want, you know. And so if we want, you know, we can, like, for example, the single, Do You Think I'm Sexy, is something Ministry would never do.
Gotcha.
And we just did it because it was so ridiculous. We can get away with being ridiculous and making fun of ourselves as well.
You chose to rewrite some of the lyrics.
Yeah, I did. Purely because we rewrote the music to such an extent. I wanted to change it just to kind of update it in a really tongue-in-cheek, sick way. So I just changed a couple of the lines, threw in a bit about a certain brand of lubricant.
With a laugh in there, I noticed.
Well, that was the first take of the vocal, and I just couldn't hold it any longer. I just laughed, and we decided it was kind of on the beat, so we kept the laugh.
Keep those special moments.
The spontaneity of it, yeah.
Is there still a lot of spontaneity there between you all?
Yeah. I mean, when we're together, the spark is great, you know. We got the songs recorded. I mean, for us, you know, we got our new album recorded really quickly, you know. Unlike other things we've done, which have been laborious and taken like over a year. This was done in a few months, and that's because we're all into it and we're in a great mood.
I presume as well, I mean, you talked about being out on the road with Ministry, that probably helped you be tighter as well, I guess. It usually happens with people, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was the best time to go back into the studio. I mean, we'd been playing together every night for about 3 months, and we were fresh, you know, we were playing great. Our voices or whatever.
Playing fresh, fit.
Sure. We weren't burnt out at that point. I mean, if we'd gone on another month, it would have been like, we'd have just collapsed sadly in front of us, but it was fine.
Okay, well listen, we're going to go back in time with, up until the latest single, the only video we had.
That's right, the only video that existed, Stainless Steel Providers.
We'll take a look at that now.
Okay.
Revolting Cocks there, and Chris Connolly here with me, talking about the new album and the process of putting that album together. The other thing, presumably, again, reading through the biography, talking about the making of the record, was sort of a move in geography. I mean, you moved to a different city, finding new inspiration, which is Kansas City.
Kansas City in Missouri, yeah, that's where I live.
Not a city we hear a lot of over here in Europe as being a...
Oh, you'll be hearing a lot about it. I've become the voice of Kansas. I'm thinking of running for mayor next year.
So it's like a Midwestern...
Nowhere. Nowhere land.
Yeah, why there then?
I wanted to move away from Chicago. I didn't want to move too far away. Yeah. And I don't know, Kansas City seemed as good a place as any. It's really cheap. Okay,
good enough reason. But I mean, you obviously did find a lot of inspiration there. You've described it as a pretty messed up place.
It sure is. I mean, so like I say, it's pretty cheap because it's very poor.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, it used to be thriving and now it's just decaying. And, you know, there's a lot of people wandering around, a lot of crazy people wandering about the place. And they proved to be a great lyrical inspiration for the new album.
Lots of characters.
Lots of characters, yeah.
So was the album recorded though in Chicago? Or was it down, not in, because the rest of the guys are down in Austin, Texas now?
Paul's down in Austin, okay. Bill's in Seattle, Al's packing his bags right now to move to Austin.
Right, in between and moving around.
But we regrouped in Chicago, certainly, to do the album. We used the studio we've always been using, which is in Chicago, and it made a lot of sense to do it there. Right. So I kind of commuted.
For yourself, I mean, you obviously keep going all the time. You talked about ministry. Before that, you had your own album coming out. I mean, do you actually stop and take rests, or do you always find that's not good for you or something?
Well, you know, case in point, I mean, we stopped the ministry tour and then had a few weeks off, and it was like I couldn't not work. Even when I'm at home, I'm writing all the time. Right. I'm trying very hard to be a little less prolific these days because it's just like, come on, everything I record doesn't have to come out on record, or everything I write doesn't have to come out. I mean, you know, I think I should be in some kind of a therapy class. Basket weaving, I don't know. Making Christmas crackers.
Something like that. No, I'm sure people out there like the records wouldn't be happy with that. But we'll play Ministry while we're here. We can't play the video that you were in.
That's right, Burning Inside.
You've got burning men running across it.
Yeah, it's a pity.
So we'll have a bit of fun. Ministry on your screens, Chris Connolly here with me in his Revolting Cocks disguise on this particular occasion. You're heading back to Dallas tomorrow. Yes. You're flying out, and for the wonders of technology, we will be seeing in a moment what you're going back to Dallas to do, which is a video.
I'm going back in my TARDIS.
Yes, to do the video to Do You Think I'm Sexy?
That's right, yeah.
With Tom Ranoni.
Tom Ranoni, yeah. It's the first rock video he's ever made, and we chose him for that reason, and the other reason is he's a special effects guy. Right. He's worked on various movies like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but he's more famous for blowing up people's heads and things like that, you know, that kind of special effect. And he's recruited his friends who were the original cast for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1, so they're going to be in the video. Right. You know, I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's going to do, because, you know, having never made a video before, he's cramming it full of as much imagery as he can possibly get his hands on, beg, stealing and borrowing.
Which usually makes for good videos.
I'm sure.
I'd have thought so. And then the other thing, of course, we're all be looking forward to is some live dates.
Yeah, we're planning a world tour, the Back in Time for Christmas tour. We want to kick off the tour in late November and be done by late December.
So a quick world tour.
A quick world tour in our TARDIS.
And is this meant to be the great swindle we're reading about? The sort of banquet on stage with...
It will not be a swindle. I mean, you'll get your money's worth.
But you are going to play.
Grapes.
We were reading that you were actually going to sit there and eat dinner while a band played
Well, you
music.
know, I don't know how it's going to work out, but we're certainly hiring an orchestra, etc. You know, really? I mean, it's going to be augmented considerably. Okay. It's just going to be
a show to go and see.
We want to make it the most over-the-top rock show we can possibly persuade the record company to spend money on.
All right. Well, listen, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
And we do look forward to seeing you back here in Europe.
All right.
Let us know the dates, and we'll let everybody out there know. In the meanwhile, we'll go over to Dallas right now. And Do You Think I'm Sexy? Revolting Cocks, Do You Think I'm Sexy? And I'd just like to say that both Chris Connolly and I look very sexy in our sunglasses. I think you'll agree. We come to the end of this evening's show, and I have to remind you